like playing a Let's Play, and then Alex can get drunk and stagger off and
And we're
never
live.
finish it.
We're live with the Alex and Red Show starring Ferret.
Hi!
Hello,
Look, it's Alex! He's not dead!
it's
Just his
me.
fan fiction.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, that's a thing.
Yeah. The whole
So,
point is you're writing it for fun. Like, if you're not having fun, knock it off.
the people want to know, Alex, have you actually touched anything involving ponies or fanfic since before, like, today?
Oh, I was totally
No.
expecting it. Have you actually touched boobs?
Well, he's probably touched plenty of those. I mean,
I kind of hope if he's getting married. I mean,
So
unless they're
many
doing,
boobs.
like, no sex before marriage deal.
No.
Why would you
Uh,
put on pants? That just ruins everything.
right? So, wait, no, I haven't touched anything. I haven't even really thought about it that much, to be honest, in a long, long time.
Just forgot about us.
I occasionally get messages from Nietzsche, who I used to talk to forever ago, on Google Hangouts actually. I
Yeah.
talk to him occasionally, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Because like I haven't even popped into the Skype chat in a long ass time.
I was gonna say, like, you occasionally sign in, but you don't actually say anything to people.
Usually it's because I'm going to go talk on Skype to my what?
Good lady?
Yeah, yeah,
That's fair.
yep.
yeah, and you're going to Japan to
Yeah. Where in Japan are you
be
going
with,
to?
be with said fair lady.
I am. I'm going to be living in Tokyo. Well, basically, in a suburb of Tokyo.
I was gonna
Hard
say,
at
so
all.
like slightly outside of Tokyo?
Yeah, like 20 minutes by train, which
That's
is
not bad.
yeah, that might as well be Tokyo. I mean, I don't think we're technically going to be in the Tokyo prefecture,
Hmm.
Tokyo-to.
Yeah. You mean they
It's a
didn't just
good
make
question. I don't actually know. I think
video
it's
game?
in what?
They said you mean they didn't make up Tokyoto just for that one video game?
No, that's the prefecture.
Cool.
It just means Tokyo City.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. I learned all the prefectures a while back because I was just, I don't know, I was curious. I want to learn them all, and
I was
I've
gonna
already
say,
kind
if
of
you're gonna
forgotten
be
most of
living there, you
them.
may as well get to know them.
Yeah.
You should see if you can cameo in one of World Order's music videos.
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
We'll stick TNAB after him. Let's see if Sig's around too. Hey Sig, wanna go meet up with more ex-fanfic writers?
Yeah, why not? Oh, maybe I am. Maybe I am in Tokyo, though. Because I don't think I'm in Saitama. And Saitama's the next northern prefect. Wait, oh, no, I'm in Tochigi, I think. Or maybe Ibaraki. I don't know. I think it's
If I
Ibaraki.
look up, I can see a plane going by overhead, and that's all the understanding I had.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Point is, I'm going to be in Tokyo, more or less.
Gotcha, gotcha. The only important thing is you're turning into a weeb.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. I suppose. Does it count if you're actually going to be living there?
I don't know. I
Is that
feel like
still
it's.
wannabe? Or is that actually being?
I mean, I guess it depends on like how much you actually like try to fit into the culture and stuff, and how much you're like, oh my god, I want to be an
Well, I don't think anybody's ever going to mistake me for being Japanese, so
otaku.
yeah.
The funny thing is that we typify Japan as a bunch of otakus, but they're actually like a minority there.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
and
yeah.
you
They're
know,
like
heavily
fucking
looked down on.
weirdos. Yeah, I mean, they're not like, I don't know, people have this weird view that they're somehow cool, but
That's
no.
only over here.
Yeah, like if you
Only
if you
over here is
see
being an otaku considered not a completely negative trait.
basically go watch Welcome to NHK and then you'll see what they actually look like,
Yeah.
which is a bunch of fucking lunatics.
No Game, No Life is apparently like that too.
I don't know. I haven't watched any. I also haven't. I also haven't watched any anime in a long ass time.
I actually just recently fell back into anime. Like, I don't
Really?
remember why, but now I'm watching like a dozen different things.
It happens.
Yeah. Oh, well, it was because like last season I got addicted to Food Wars.
Is that a Gordon Ramsay show?
No, it's basically an anime where people cook food that's so amazing, oh, your clothes fly off.
Close what?
Is this a spiritual successor to Kill La Kill?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It's this kid who's like, oh, I'm a chef and shit, and I'm gonna go to this amazing school and become the best chef. And
Oh,
so
you're talking about the anime.
yeah.
I was like,
You
wait,
thought this was real life.
I wouldn't actually be very surprised if there was a Japanese show where they cook and yet that somehow leads to their clothes exploding. But
They just put like little like black powder charges all over the clothes. Film it in slow motion.
Yes. Also, by the way, welcome, Pav. Hello.
Hi, Bav.
I know it's been
We've
years and
missed
years
you.
since I've known you, but I'm still gonna call you Pav, even though I know that's technically wrong.
There was actually because I went to BronyCon and there was this huge discussion about why my name is spelled wrong because everyone informed me how my name is supposed to be pronounced and that people would pronounce my name right if I spelled it differently, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I thought it was
How
my
would
name.
you spell it
Yeah.
differently?
Well, they were complaining about the I before E except after Pav. So
I'm okay. Whatever. I don't. Yep. Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
Why the hell
Yeah.
not?
when was the last time we even had Pav in a stream?
It's
I
been
don't know.
ages
It's
because
been a
he's a
while.
bum.
We're bringing back
Look at this. I'm bringing everybody together. Well,
Yeah, really.
all the classics.
Damn, we're really. If only Plum could be here.
If only
Damn.
Seattle was here.
Oh, that would be. Well, he was like never in any streams that I was in. For
No,
like the
he was
first
in like one of our
fucking
last
50
streams.
episodes. Really?
Yeah, he
That son
actually
of a
came in,
bitch.
like fucking ripped on everybody.
God, that motherfucker. He was
Yeah.
never in whenever I was on. I gotta find how to turn my fucking lower third on. I don't remember. It's the toolbox,
It's
right?
in the toolbox, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus. Now my fucking computer's blocking the pop-ups. Hang on. Continue without me.
All right. Oh dear.
So I guess since we're doing a stream, we should tell people watching we are taking questions.
Yeah, if
What?
you have
That's
like
a thing we still do?
questions.
I mean, we leave the box open for questions, but usually it's just
We don't
like
get any.
Yeah,
usually
that's
it's
true.
requests
I really-
to like drip and stuff like that.
Pretty sure we got
Yeah.
M1 and maybe Noctis watching out of like the entire chat.
That
Hi,
sounds
guys.
about accurate.
Yeah, it sounds likely. Welcome to the NHK's Bizarre.
There we go. I'm gonna change my lower third to reflect my current status. Hang on.
Moving
Sad
to Japan?
Reduxographer wants to know, what
fuck.
kind of music do you guys like?
Oh god, Alex, what's that terrible music genre you like?
Nightcore, the worst shit ever, but I love it so much.
We tried. We were posting some like months ago. We were posting Nightcore
I
in
do
the
remember that.
we were like summoning Alex, and then
Posting Nightcore.
I think I showed up for like 1 second and said hello.
I remember that.
I can
I
see
think
it.
I legitimately did say something about something.
You just have it tagged to Alex and Nightcore.
I used to only have it tagged to Trixie. I took off the Alex magnet because no one ever said my name, so I just changed it to just Trixie. And then I realized that was never gonna be something that I was gonna be interested in. So I was like, well, turn that shit off.
wow,
Never mind, just pay no
Alex-
attention ever.
Alex confirmed to never be interested in Trixie. Wow.
No,
Alright.
not that. No, I take it back. That's not what not what I meant.
Sure. We know the truth.
All right, fuck it. I don't actually have any pictures saved on this computer, so I can't put a profile thing on my lower third. So it'll just be my stupid face.
Oh my god, there's so much stupid face. I don't know if I can handle this.
Twice the face.
Oh, M1
Says
Grand.
Red, who puts his face in his YouTube videos, but not on the stream.
Yeah, right. What's the point of that shit?
What's going on, man?
I'm trying to
Your
keep
face
my
is good enough for YouTube, but it's not good enough for
and
us?
keeping
Yeah,
my
right.
personalities distinct. I'm a squirrel here, remember?
Then put a picture of a squirrel.
Well, I can't. I'm using the Seattle Angels thing, so I could use the
Wow.
YouTube channel.
I'll come back after 2 years, and all I hear is excuses, excuses, excuses.
I know. I
What
couldn't.
what would you expect from us? Like that we
Yeah,
got our shit together in 2 years?
I mean, kind of.
No. Nah. That's pretty accurate.
There you go.
You know what? In all of my narcissistic trolling around on Fimfic after such a long time, I never actually checked on Seattle's Angels. I want to see how many fucking members there are now. Like a billion.
At
There's
least
damn
like 10.
1725. It's the year I was born.
How are we doing against Fulcon? Because that's
Oh,
always been
yes,
kind
that
of the
was.
are we
Yeah.
above or below Fulcon? Because it
Give me-
zigzags.
Give me just a moment, and I'm gonna check on that. And now I got a job at a call center recently during my time before I leave, and I just inadvertently used a phrase that I use in the call center all the fucking time.
Oh god.
It's seeping into my life.
The phrase that seeped into my life is "please do the needful."
What? And now you've lost me.
It's because my company they've outsourced some of the work to India, and for like it's more of a British phrase, but it migrated to
Well,
India
I can see why the
when-
Indians would know it then, because
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, we found this bug in the software. Please do the needful, which is basically like, please, you know, do what is
Boy.
required to take care of it. So
that sounds extremely sexual. Do the needful.
It really does.
We are 1,000 members behind Fulcon.
Are we
Oh my
seriously?
God.
I'm looking at it right now. I can't find Fulcon though.
Fulcon is 2,782.
Oh, fuck off.
Damn.
We're still behind Spike fanfictions for some reason.
That's
Well,
tragic.
Blows
God.
my mind.
Gosh darn it! What's even the point of living?
Your
That-
YouTube
that was-
channel.
I think you missed this, Alex. I think you weren't around for this, but when I was actually writing things and publishing, one of the fics I posted on the at the time Flutter Pony, who at the time was like one of the, I think they were admin of Fulcon, weren't they at the time? They've been banned since that point,
I
but
don't remember.
they come on and I need to hang on. I'm gonna look up the exact quote because they left a comment on my story and I'm like, this from the admin of Fulcon. Thanks.
Great.
Hooray.
That's really what I want.
Oh, here's the comment. Selectively favorited, fantastically enjoyable story. I really enjoyed the mind games, the twist, and the overall characterization. Thank you very much. And I'm just like, oh.
And which story was that?
That was A Fork in Time. I'm just like, oh, now I have second thoughts about this story.
You know,
Maybe I
You're
went
just
too
mentally de-aging all the characters.
far. Mm.
I remember people who've been around for a while might recall the story I wrote about a unicorn supremacist pony.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yes,
no.
Ariane, I remember that.
Yes.
Selectively favorite. No, go ahead.
No, so I was reading, like, after I was just looking at my old fics, I was kind of like just, I don't know, looking at comments, and I was like, oh fuck, I forgot I wrote that story. And I remember the comment section being like just the biggest shithole, so I went and read over it, just like skimmed through it, and I forgot there was a guy who commented like 15 or 20 times because he was absolutely convinced that somehow 4chan was behind the story and had a campaign to upvote the fic and downvote anybody who said anything bad about it.
Oh
And I was
my
like,
God.
what the fuck? And when I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, he said something about it was cute how I was trying to defend myself, and I was like, what the fuck?
Who is this 4chan?
He told me oh no, not to me specifically, but he said in one of the comments like, you don't want me to write a scathing critique of this fic. My critiques are legendary. And I was like, who the fuck are you?
Oh boy.
And then so I went from that to one of my favorite things that I like it so much because I had so little to do with it,
Oh dear.
but I love it so much and it cracks me up every time. The extremely ridiculous and long collection of poems.
Oh, you're fucking
Fuck you,
like-
Twilight.
Yes, fuck you,
Yes.
Twilight. And there's so many good ones. I think that BP probably had the best ones, like in a real sort of sense.
Yeah.
Like
In terms of like actual serious poetry for people
yes,
who care.
in terms of talent,
Yeah.
his were definitely the best. But I will say, Pav, that yours were by far my favorite.
Mm. How many did I do for that?
I don't know, but hang on, I've got it. Oh,
I did at least one girl.
yes. There was also Detective Phelps.
What?
Give me a second. I'm gonna read yours real quick.
Look this up again.
Oh dear.
Hang on. I'm gonna read your girl real quick.
Oh yes.
Twilight girl, you so fine like wine. I'm a dying on your purple lovin', nerd ain't bluffin'. Damn, it's tough to be resisting that plot. Gallop, don't trot, loving her lots. Want her to feel the great and powerful. Dim flanks, all natural. Football. Hoops that I'm a jump and tricks that I'm a pull just to nuzzle that, snuggle that, freaking that girl.
Yep.
Oh my god. Now you can see why this was my favorite.
The second comment on that chapter, and sadly this is no longer accurate as of the time of this, but at the time that he wrote the comment, I now understand why this story doesn't have any dislikes.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I remember when you first, because if I remember right, when this thing first got created, I came up with the "Fuck You, Twilight" poem, which is no talent whatsoever. It's really, really bad. But I was like, oh man, it'd be great to have a big collection of stupid poetry. And then I was like, well, I'm not gonna write, the 1,000-word minimum. Fuck that shit. And I was like, hey, does anybody want to get in on this? And people just started sending me all their fucking poems. And I do remember that doing the BB code was such a bitch because I had to put everybody's author thing in there. Holy shit, it took me forever. But it turned out to be one of my favorite things that I've ever had a hand in creating. I love it so much. But I'm going to read your Detective Phelps one real quick because it's so short, and yet I loved it so much because it's just really stupid. She lives in a tree, burn it down, no survivors. Maybe she'll call me.
What? Oh, shit, I wrote that. Wow.
You did. And for some reason, I know you called it Detective Phelps because of the arson cases in L.A. Noire, but
Wow.
how the fuck did you come up with Detective Phelps for that stupid poem? Why was that the first thing you went to?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
This I don't know if you can call it a story, but this collection of words was published a little over 2 years ago, which is weird, very weird.
Just a little.
Oh my god, I don't remember the other ones you had on here, Pav. I'm trying to find them. I don't really remember the names.
Yeah, I'm just kind of rereading everything.
I think you might have done Lost.
Obs is one. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, Pav, I got another one of yours. It's called Lost. I'm lost in her eyes, violet windows, loving soul. Hate that bitch so much. I think my only criteria for people contributing this was it had to involve Twilight and Trixie shipping in some way, preferably in a sort of hateful, love-hate kind of way, which wasn't 100% requirement, but uh, yeah, it was sort of a soft requirement. Uh,
Obs why?
Read it.
Go ahead and read. Oh yeah, read
Oh,
Ops.
do I? You can make me. Oh, jeez. Okay.
You can do
As we
it.
get, as
You
we
have
get
the
kicked
honor.
as we get kicked off of YouTube, do I have to read the caps lock as well?
Read it however you want.
Yes, you have to read the caps lock.
All right, and I just need that. All right. This is membership by Obsolete.
Oh yes, I remember now. Continue.
How do I love thee, Twilight? Let me count the ways and the inches on thy monstrous cock, upon which I nightly suck. Thy girth is great, I cannot hate. Upon thy bloated penile pate, it tastes quite divine. I can't believe it's all mine. And I dream every day of when I might dine. But before that happens, I must tell that though I may now go to hell, I will not uncast that spell.
I feel like we gotta get some bongo drums and snap our fingers.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
say.
Oh my god. I think. Well, I'm pretty
Is
sure.
that, is that beat poetry or is that beating it poetry?
So.
Both.
If I remember correctly, for Obsolescence specifically, he just sent me that on Skype, but I don't think. No. He sent it. He put it in the public chat. I'm pretty sure on Skype, but I don't know if he ever intended it to actually show up. But I was like, "Fuck it, I'm taking it anyways and posting it," and then I did. Just boy.
Oh man. What one of Jaxie's fics on or poems on here rather?
Oh, dear.
Elegance.
Oh yes, I do love Elegance.
Consider the pony named Twilight Sparkle, whose spells are both mighty and artful. Her spells were sublime, her body divine. Oh, wait, no, that's me. Fuck you, I'm Trixie.
Beautiful.
I always loved, you know. I don't want this whole stream to turn into me just reminiscing, but
Why not? It's
That's what
going
we're
well
here
so
for.
far.
Jesus.
We're
right.
here
He
just
says
to
he's gonna
remind
join.
What?
here just to remind you on how old you are.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Man,
Which is
remember
like
back
what?
in the day when Alex wrote shit? That was so long ago.
I still remember when
But-
Scootaloo
yeah.
Dies a Bunch first came out, and I was like, "This is why I joined this fandom."
Like I don't know. I don't feel like I was any kind. Like I don't really feel like I was special or anything. But I
Yes,
remember
you were.
having like so much fun. Just we'd have all these ridiculous ideas. Like so, I think the first one that started off the whole like series of someone says a stupid idea on the stream, and I'm like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna write it. The very first one, I'm pretty sure, was Winona commits seppuku.
Oh god.
I remember that.
I remember that. I didn't remember. I didn't realize that was a stream fic.
That
I
was
do know
the
that.
very first one. I believe it was Plum who said it.
Oh Christ.
Or he at least brought up the idea of dog seppuku, and I was like, I'm gonna write a fucking fic about Winona committing seppuku. And then I did. And everyone was like, holy shit, it actually oh, yep, see, Golden Vision's comment was, oh my fucking god, you actually did it. Yeah. Boy, that was the very first one, I think. Oh. I'm trying to look at my list of stories, but Vimfic failed my request, so whoops.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ. God damn, I've written a lot of shit.
Yep.
Fuck me. Ah,
Okay.
that's a.
Sunny D, right? I remember.
Oh
that.
my
Oh.
lord!
Oh God.
I forgot about that shit.
Strangely enough,
Oh.
the thing that stuck with me the most was like the last paragraph. That's
Go ahead and read it for us because I don't remember what it is.
the last paragraph.
Yeah, go for it. Read it.
1 month later, Twilight got her first Princess Wood, and she shared it with Rainbow Dash. They burned the midnight oil, reading Daring Do, and talking in hushed whispers about how great and powerful Twilight's magnificent dong was. Then they had completely consensual sex that was honestly pretty boring and not really worth writing about. The end.
Beautiful.
Wow. Oh my God. Is it weird that I'm laughing at my own jokes?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sometimes, like, again, not to be too much of an asshole, but I read my shit and I'm like, holy shit, I'm funny.
I think that's beneficial.
The little dedicated to on Sunny D, written because Pav jokingly asked for it, and he doesn't realize how little shame I have.
Oh, boy.
You think you'd learn?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, the chapter title's great, Sparkly Bee. Oh, fuck.
Well, wasn't there? I'm trying to look through the comments. Wasn't there someone who just like completely missed the joke?
Yeah,
You had to like
probably.
be like, are you serious? You don't? Did you not see what I did there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I remember what was the whole thing. Because I'm pretty sure the joke was that it was all gonna be this like whole big sexual thing, and then it turns out, and then Celestia says something like, "Well, as you know, ponies reproduce through spores," and Twilight's like, "Yeah, of course." And that was like the whole thing, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that's in there too.
Okay, yes.
Oh, the comment that missed the point was swashbucklist.
I always loved Swashbucklist. He was one of my first ever followers, and I fucking love that guy. Oh my God, you wrote a long ass comment on this, Pev. Oh my lord.
When your comment gets 33 upvotes.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder. So I know, like, oh fuck. You know what I just remembered?
What?
I know you had a hand in this, Ferret.
What I do?
Oh boy. You may recall the fic that I wrote and was posted on EQD so fast it hadn't even been approved on FilmFic yet. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
Perhaps a story about Applejack being the princess of eyebrows.
I love that.
Oh
fucking
my
thing.
gosh! Yes.
I regret nothing.
Oh my god. Just wow. Wow. Boy, I don't even really remember how it came about, except we were all talking about how great Applejack's eyebrows were.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because it was like whatever season that was when the fic was posted.
yes,
like they had so many,
yeah.
they had so many episodes where she was just like quirking an
Good.
eyebrow here and there, and it's like, okay, they seem to like that, and so then Celestia came in and is just like, Alicorn.
I remember
Yeah.
that discussion.
And her eyebrows came off and flew around and blew up the city with laser beams, if I recall correctly.
Yes, they do.
Mhm.
They just rip themselves off her face.
Yep, and I think Ferret, you told me that Seth saw it and was like, we have to post this
Yeah.
immediately.
Seth was just like, we're posting this, right? Yes.
Well, I mean, going back to an earlier fic, wasn't the particular World War II themed?
Yes, he wanted
Was
it
there-
posted, but everyone was like, no, we cannot do that.
Yeah.
we cannot post a story on EQD about Nazis.
No.
Yes.
I just read the ending to Princess of Eyebrows as well because it's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Go, please do.
Wide-eyed and frightened, Applejack ran up to Twilight and placed a hoof on her shoulder. It went rogue, Twi. My eyebrows gained sentience.
What the fuck?
Pinkie Pie quickly followed this up with, yeah, and it turns out they can fly. I guess Applejack was just too heavy. Twilight simply, Twilight simply stared in silence for a moment, looking first at Applejack and then at Pinkie Pie and then back at Applejack. She took out the letter Celestia had sent one more time, read it, then crumpled it up, tossed it in a wastebasket where it bounced off the rim, and said, all right, screw it, I'm done. I'm starting my own country. Pushing past the pair of ponies, Twilight opened the door to see a Ponyville that looked like something out of a Tartarus is Real pamphlet. Flames covered everything, and high above the town, Applejack's eyebrows were flying around, shooting lasers and lighting more fires. Twilight nodded, then walked away, heading north towards wherever.
Oh my god. You know, I think there's a common theme in a lot of my stories of Twilight just being like, well,
Just
fuck
giving
this
up.
shit, I'm out. That was kind of my, I don't know, I definitely had an MO, and it was to write really incompetent characters
Yeah.
who couldn't handle the situations they were in, and that was where the comedy came out of. Like, my favorite one to write about was Celestia, because I like to
Yeah.
write her as though she were really smart, but was really bad at being really smart.
So what you're saying is that you enjoyed writing stories about teenage girls who couldn't even?
Yeah. More or less.
Oh man.
Uh,
Maho Shoujo Spike-chan.
Jesus. Boy, I don't remember anything about that except I think there was a tentacle monster. I think I recall that.
And
But
Twilight
I
probably goes
honestly
too
cannot
fucking
remember.
bad.
Yeah, from the synopsis, yada 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 yada. But there's one problem. Spike's the one who ends up making the contract, not Twilight. So Twilight is taking the back seat. Spike is forced to take up the hero's mantle and skirt and fly to Canterlot to save the city from a massive tentacled beast and seal it back inside the magical card from which it escaped.
Oh yeah, because it was a combination of like Sailor Moon and Card Captor Sakura. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I do love the cover art that I made. Well, I say made with huge finger quotes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All I did was
I made
slap
it.
Spike's face on it, but I thought it was hilarious. It always cracked me up. I like how as I'm looking at some of these comments again, I like how so many people just are like, why? What was the point? And I'm like, you're right. What was the point?
I mean, do you really need a point, guys?
Not really. Some people, oh Jesus, Lord and Savior, Kiss Kiss Boom Boom is is I think really really bad, but it did have one of my favorite horrible jokes. The nightclub / grocers Beats and Beats.
Oh.
So bad.
Hurts.
Dear. But it's so good.
Oh my god.
Oh, my soul.
Man, a lot of these, well, like later on, after I started talking to Rainbow Bob a lot more, a lot of these came out of him and I, like, joking. Like,
Yeah, just being
Burn
ridiculous
stuff.
together.
Yeah, Burn stuff was him and I having a contest to see whose story
Yeah.
could do better about the same subject matter, but done different ways.
Yeah.
And I technically won in the long run, because I have more upvotes and less downvotes. So take that, Rainbow Bob.
Kiss
I
Kiss
do
Boom
love that
Boom.
story, though. That's
Featured
one of my
in Twilight's
favorites.
Library.
What?
Kiss Kiss Boom Boom featured in Twilight's Library.
Are you serious?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
What the fuck?
Twilight's Library. Rip.
Yep.
Oh dear.
I think so. I don't know. Burn stuff is one of my favorite stories, just because I thought it was really fucking funny when I wrote it.
Yeah, no, I really admit, I thought Burn stuff was pretty hilarious. And like, I read the fucking, the My Little Pony time loops, and somebody riffed on that at one point. And I'm like, holy shit, I
Seriously?
know that bit. Yeah.
Oh my,
I
what?
fucking
I've
like
been
sent
referenced?
it to you. I was like, read this one.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah, you're
referenced
right.
you.
I remember that now. Oh, that's
That
right.
was great.
Holy shit. But I will say, probably, I keep saying it's my favorite, but I like most of my stories.
I can't choose a favorite child. They're all my favorite.
I was
Yes.
gonna say, come on.
But perhaps my favorite satire that I ever wrote was featured on 8/31/1014.
Didn't that cause like so much butthurt in the comment
It
section?
did. So many people were upset because they thought that I was saying that you shouldn't be proud of being featured. I was like, no, stop putting featured on your fix because it's stupid.
Yeah, just
And
like
that was the whole fucking irony was I wrote a story titled Featured On and it fucking got featured.
Yep.
Oh my lord! And still, people were so there was much butthurt to be had.
yes, there was.
But I did think that story. I have a well, maybe it's not a terrible habit, but
I mean, you have a habit at the very least.
I have a habit of writing comedy stories with like a a rich nougaty heartfelt center. Where, like, I actually have genuine sort of morals. Well, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. But I like to have, like, a heart to the story where there's, like, some sweet thing that happens. And this was all just supposed to be about Twilight learning to be like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be such a fucking braggart.
Something.
Boy, and I think I even called the newspaper Equestria Daily. Like, it wasn't even subtle.
Yeah, no, it was like aggressive.
Yes. Oh man.
You were just
Oh,
like,
man.
how explicit can I be?
Yep. And I think there were some people who didn't really get it that it was satire.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is a weird sort of state of affairs where people don't get satire. But whatever, it was a fun fic to write.
That bewilderment seems to have been the main mark that you left on the community.
You know what? I will say that is 100% right. That all I did was confuse people.
I mean, I'm looking at this comment on the feature story, quoting a line from the story. Rarity bit her lip, torturing it like an earth pony slave. What the fuck?
Sure, why not? There was lots of just one-off lines where I was writing and I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if I just put that? And then I did.
Another comment on featured. Awful lot of people in here need a few knee pads.
Oh my god. I don't know. I always had people that understood my comedy and really appreciated it, which made me endlessly happy.
That's all you can really go for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was, what was it? There was one joke that I was sad that I don't think, if anyone ever got it, they never said anything about it, but I always thought it was really funny, was, oh shit, I don't remember which fic it was from. I really don't remember which fic it was from at all, but it did, basically the setup was, I think it was Trixie and Twilight, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever. But Twilight was doing something, and I sort of thought that people would question why Spike wasn't there, so I decided to lampshade it by literally having Twilight say Spike's out buying lampshades. And I don't think anyone ever got it, or if they did, no one ever said anything about it. But I thought that was really fucking funny. Oh shit. Senpai
What?
Fever. Holy crap. It's not great, but it has one of my favorite lines in it.
Oh no.
Hang on, I'm gonna find it real quick because
Hi, D.
holy hey, it's Wanderer D.
Oh my
Wandering
god.
on over. Wander over yonder? I think that's a thing that happened.
Yeah, that was a series.
Was it good? I just wondered.
Apparently it was really good. I didn't actually play it. But
All I know is it has the guy from 30 Rock in it.
yeah, I
watched
didn't
the
personally watch
episode.
it, but certainly like I knew other friends who loved it.
It wasn't bad.
I
So
did
what
see.
are we talking about? Sorry.
I'm sort of
basically sitting
reminiscing.
just masturbating Alex.
Yep.
All
We're
right,
just kind of
dude,
jerking
Alex,
him
I
off.
was actually, I kid you not, dude. I was like 2 days ago. I was talking about you with
What?
freaking who was it? With Syrian and Rob Cakran.
And you guys
Really?
must have been desperate
Yeah.
for conversation.
Are you
No,
serious?
dude, I was like,
Why?
I was like, have you heard Nightcore? I hate that stuff, and I know this guy that loves it.
Oh god.
So that's how that makes sense.
And then they were
Yeah.
like, I was like, he was one of the Seattle's Angels, and then I started talking about you,
Oh wow,
and then I saw your blog, and it was like, wow,
Oh my
that's
god.
a weird
Liz.
coincidence.
yeah, it was like summoning you.
We're just sort of in the process of me very, very self-masturbatory. Well, is it? I guess it's self-masturbatory is sort of.
It's
That's kind
It's
of redundant.
isn't it?
Yeah.
it's not a circle jerk because we're not all we're just all on you. So like, I don't know if that has a name.
Is this being watched by people on like on YouTube?
There's like
and stuff?
maybe 2 people watching
It's
apparently.
on
Four,
YouTube,
four
it's like
actually.
Oh my bad. 4
Alright.
people.
Okay, I'll keep the swearing down then.
One of them.
I read. We've been reading some of the poems from Alex's collection and talking about Fuda Trixie. So I think the
Yeah.
language barrier
No
is
way.
already.
I was
went
gonna
back
say
to
I don't think swearing's an issue.
Yes.
It's okay.
We've already fucking passed that barrier.
Yeah.
But I was just about to reminisce about Senpai Fever. One of my, well, all of my fics were stupid, but one of the really stupid ones.
I'm blamed for in the description, and I have a comment down here. Looks up from book, smoking a pipe and wearing a monocle. And a smoking jacket. Good heavens, lad! Why do you sully my good name? Blows bubbles out of pipe.
My, I have one line in it that I still remember. I don't remember pretty much anything else that happens, except I think there was a cultural festival. Like, I tried to put in every anime trope ever.
Hmm.
But, oh, Jesus, and I remember, oh, fuck, I forgot. Trixie's best friend was named Not Important San.
I like that name.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like a pretty awesome name.
And the joke was that she was, like, fucking central to the plot. She was incredibly important, because she was in every fucking scene.
But she wasn't important to Trixie.
Right.
No.
Also, I've just been informed one of our viewers is, quote, super sensitive to potty words, so keep the goddamn curse words down, guys.
Duly noted.
We need
Duly
to
noted,
go
sir.
Captain America on us.
Yeah. But so anyways, oh boy. So the line was, she watched as the Sakura drifted gently downwards, flitting about on the breeze like a Georgia O'Keeffe painting, but with less vaginas.
There was someone I was talking the other day about Georgia O'Keeffe, and I had to explain why I found them hilarious because they didn't realize that they're totally vaginas.
There's
He's like,
so
"What?
many
They're
vaginas.
flowers." I'm like, "No, dude, it's totally pussy." What? Really? Yes.
Yeah,
Really.
it's 100% just tons of vaginas. Oh boy. And I think when I put that, I was talking to Nietzsche about it when I wrote it, and he's like, I think it should technically be fewer vaginas. And I was like, you know what? I think you're missing the point.
That's when the references go over people's heads.
Yes.
Yes.
It
Oh
happens all
god,
the
that was
time.
like when we had Sig on, and that one story that nobody got. He wrote this story where like Twilight comes to Ponyville and she's hanging out, and all of a sudden it gets invaded by like spiders.
Oh,
Like
the
there's just
spiders
spiders
one.
everywhere, like, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's the spiders, and it's wonderful and great." And she's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you people?" And the whole point of it was meant to be they were a metaphor for friendship, like what it would have been like for Twilight, where like everybody does this insane thing that makes no sense to her.
Oh,
And
that's
nobody
kinda clever.
got
I
it.
like that.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like once he explained it to us, we were like, "Wow, that's really brilliant." But yeah, nobody got that.
Huh.
I was so bad for him.
That's some next level shit.
Yeah,
And he-
exactly. He was like,
and,
yeah,
and
and
he's
now
just
I'm
sitting
Are
there,
you sure
just
that was
really-
intentional though, or was it like he just published it and then like thought about like what that could possibly mean?
no, it was deliberate.
All right.
Like that.
So it
was
wasn't Donnie
coming-
Darko that like people tell others that they had to like listen to the explanation and it still doesn't make sense because it's like all made up.
No,
Oh yeah.
All right.
no.
Boy.
He wrote it from the start with that intent, and nobody fucking got it.
Donnie Darko. I can't remember. Speaking of Donnie Darko, though, I
Oh,
can't
boy.
remember who. I can't remember who directed / wrote that movie, but I do know that everything he's done since then has been absolutely horrible shit. And it leads me to an interesting sort of thing where there's people like him and M. Night Shyamalan who made one good movie and coasted on it for a long time, and then you kind of wonder, did they just get worse, or did they get really lucky?
Yeah,
or
And
was the original thing that good to begin with?
yeah. Was it
Donnie
like?
Darko is a legitimately good movie, but
Was it literally just like, magnum opus dissonance? You know, where it was like, this was the amazing thing, and you're never gonna make anything as good.
possibly, like, for M. Night Shyamalan specifically, I think the one that everyone talks about is Sixth Sense,
Yeah.
and to a lesser extent, Unbreakable, which is also a good movie, but not. It's okay. But,
I thought I'm like, what wasn't? I thought he was most known for Last Airbender. Oh, that was his main thing.
No, he's most known for the scene in what's the movie with the bees dying and then everyone starts killing themselves?
The Happening.
Yes,
Oh, I
the
was
best
gonna
scene
say,
in the
like,
movie. The best scene in the
Nicolas
movie
Cage
where
in that.
someone's watching a video of a person getting their arm torn off by a lion on their cell phone.
What the fuck?
You don't remember that?
I thought the
There's a
best scene was supposed to be where Mark Wahlberg yelled at a plastic plant.
Obviously.
Mark Wahlberg was the best scene in the entire movie. Just his being there.
Oh, Marky Mark.
But no. So I think the thing with M. Night Shyamalan is that he got lucky and accidentally made a good movie when he made Sixth Sense. I think he wasn't trying to, but it turned out to accidentally be great.
I could see
Now,
it.
so the thing, I mean, obviously, what a twist. Like, did that become his thing because that was what he was obsessed with, or was he always trying to recapture the magic of the Sixth Sense and always failing?
I think that you can't unintentionally have a twist. I think the twist was intentionally there, but there was an accident how good the movie was, right? So I think that the twist was supposed to be there, and that's I would say that I think M. Night Shyamalan has always been a guy who just loves twists, and
Yeah.
that's everything he has to. So yeah,
He's kind of like
The-
J.J. Abrams, who loves doing his mystery box thing.
yes,
And oh god, it's dumb.
yes.
Because it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna build it up, guys. There's gonna be a twist. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, that was it.
Yeah. J.J. Abrams is
Special.
he can make a really good looking movie.
Yes. As long as you make him like dial back the lens flare.
Yes, the shit.
My webcam is actually sponsored by J.J. Abrams. You can see by the little lens plate together.
I was gonna say I thought it was
I didn't
direct.
want
I
to
thought it was
say
gonna,
anything, just in case.
I thought you were gonna say it was donated by Spielberg's DP. Boy, anybody who knows Spielberg movies, they'll know he's always got fucking spotlights on everything.
Yes.
No matter what's going on, there's a goddamn spotlight shining on something somewhere, even if there's no reasonable source of light for it. I was just watching The Last Crusade yesterday, and if you recall, they go to Venice and they're digging up. They're going through that knight's grave underneath the library.
Yes.
And there's a part where Indiana Jones and Elsa Schneider are holding up the lighter up to the wall trying to read something, and it's very clear that there is a light shooting down from above, lighting up the whole fucking wall. Because they
Oh,
move the light
God.
around and they're passing it back and forth, and the light never moves.
That's so special.
Yeah,
Oh god. I love stuff like that.
I do
It's
too.
so hilarious.
I like seeing
Oh,
sort of
there's
broken things.
what the hell is it? There's a YouTube channel you'd really like that like Aqua just turned me on to. I gotta find it. It's basically the guy like literally just analyzes movies and whatnot. Oh, let me find it. So keep talking and I will throw
Okay.
it out.
I for movies, I really like Red Letter Media, like a lot. I
Yeah,
fucking love them so much. I pretty much watch like all of their current movie reviews because they seem like they're incredibly intelligent and really well. Well, I can't say well read, but well watched in terms of movies. So
I
they
don't know. I think
know
you can still say well read.
they're very knowledgeable about movies.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that a lot. But whatever. I mean,
Oh, good.
I think everyone knows Red Letter Media from the Star Wars reviews, though.
Yeah.
The
Random.
prequel reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got onto them actually from Nostalgia Critic, and then the con I was at a couple of weeks back, Linkara was there doing his show.
Oh. I I don't think the Nostalgia Critic's a bad guy. I just never found him very funny.
I mean, I kind of like it because it's interesting to be like, oh yeah, I remember that film. Like re-looking at it now with what I know is
Sure.
kind of interesting.
Yeah, I appreciate
I
that
wouldn't
kind
call
of
it like
stuff.
hysterically funny.
No, yeah, I appreciate that stuff, but I find I don't know, like he has the same kind of editing style that a lot of YouTubey type people do, where it's lots of quick cuts, like jump cuts in the middle
Yeah.
of saying things, and I find that so aggravating.
Okay,
It
the
just
YouTube channel is called Nerdwriter1.
okay. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, look him up because he's like the best I can say is like Aqua says he's good, and Aqua's almost as big a movie junkie as you are.
Okay, nerd writer one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check him out.
Awesome.
So on Nostalgia Critic, because he kind of, I mean, I guess everyone changes and everyone evolves, but I feel like he really, once he started doing this for a living rather than a hobby, it really like upped the production value, and like there's like skits and costumes and like green screens and like all sorts of stuff where it used to be just kind of
Yeah.
it used to be just kind of him just kind of riffing more and just a lot more like monologuing.
Sure.
I don't know. Do you
I
have a
would
preference
agree
for
with
the
that.
old style? Or the
Yeah,
new
I
style?
definitely think that really did. It really there was kind of a jump in terms of like production quality.
Yeah, I didn't really ever watch it very much. People would sometimes send me his things, and I've seen like just a few clips and never really a full episode. But there was definitely a huge jump from the old shit to the new shit, and I I don't. It feels a bit hypocritical to say I don't like skits because Red Letter Media does skits on all their shit.
Yeah, but I mean, you can say like
there's
his skits don't do anything for you.
right, exactly. I mean, because well, for Red Letter Media, I like their skits because they're like really bad on purpose,
Okay.
and but not like an annoying kind of way. It's just I don't know. It's hard to describe. They're acted in a very monotone sort of way,
Yeah,
and I kind of enjoy that.
that's understandable.
Yeah, whereas Nostalgia Critic, it's a very like hyper and like I said, lots of jump cuts and there's lots of sort of randomness, which I don't appreciate randomness for randomness
Yeah, I would
sake.
say if you're just doing it for the sake of like, look, I'm so random. That tends
That
to
feels
get really
that
tedious.
feels very like mid 2000s.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
it's basically why I tend to avoid the random tag on FimFic because it's
Yes.
so
Nobody
rarely
has
used well.
ever used that correctly.
No one uses
Yeah.
it correctly except me. By the way, can you guys hear me now?
There you are. Hi. I
Hello.
wonder why you suddenly went so quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I was like I was telling like this like amazing story to Alex about like Crusade, and I was like, damn, he's not listening to me.
we actually
Alex,
could
you
hear you.
bastard.
We could hear you. We were just talking on top of you because we didn't care.
Oh my God,
I'm okay
that's
with that
cool.
as long as the freaking audio was getting through.
Yeah. So
But I
so
mean, if
what's
you
your
don't care,
amazing
that's cool.
story?
What?
Okay. Well,
Did
fair
you just
enough.
cut out again? Christ.
What?
We don't. Oh, there you are.
There you are.
Yeah, no,
What
no.
was your
I'm
amazing story?
Yeah, tell us
no,
your story.
like when you brought it up, I was just saying that just literally I had watched the thing like not half an hour ago with my kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Wait, what thing?
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's like
What?
coincidence after coincidence.
Oh my God. Maybe we're supposed to be together.
Dude, I told you that a long time ago.
You did. You did. That's why we
Yeah.
shared a room at BronyCon like 17 years ago.
And why you left me hanging with a chapter of the Sweetie Chronicles.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That was forever
I
ago.
like how he apologized. He's oh yeah.
And then it's like,
definitely
wait a
talks-
minute.
Oh wait, crap.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
what you
well,
meant.
because, yeah, he left me hanging, and I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. I was like, oh, fuck, that was like 2 years ago. Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while, and don't worry about it. It hasn't actually moved much since.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Other
well,
people are being lazy.
still, though.
fuckers.
Sorry about that.
No worries, bro. I'm like,
Yeah. It is what it is.
It happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But
Anyway,
anyway.
carry on. I was just yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because I kept saying shit and people were just ignoring me, and I was like,
Ah.
I'm used to that in FinFic, but not on Hangout.
Oh.
Boy, is it just me, or are there a lot of really annoying, like, film criticky type people on YouTube?
It
No,
does
it's
sort
not
of
you.
seem to have become like the new thing.
It's become a bit of a bloated market, yeah.
Yes, and I find all of them incredibly aggravating.
I mean, like annoying in what sense? Like in the nostalgia critic, LOL random sense, or like what?
That, but also people trying way too hard to be funny.
Oh, yeah.
Like making jokes and forcing them in a way that makes them incredibly unfunny, or making really... So, like, you can tell it's scripted. A lot of the people, the way... I mean, not that scripting is a bad thing. I have no problem with scripting shows.
Yeah, no, absolutely, like, make a script, but,
But make it fucking funny.
yeah.
Or practice it a little bit before you do it.
Yeah, like, because... boy. So, I mean, I keep going back to Red Letter Media, but I really like their stuff. And what I like about them is that they're not scripted. Their skits are scripted, which is fine. Their actual discussions aren't scripted, and I like that they're discussions. They're not just one person talking at a camera about a movie. It's back and forth, and it's usually two guys, or maybe sometimes three, and they all have different opinions, and I kind of like their discussions on it. And they don't really make jokes all that often. They just kind of talk about the movie in a technical sort of way, and like, this is why it didn't work. And if a joke kind of flows naturally, it'll come to that. And what I don't like about a lot of critics is that all they try and do is just make tons of jokes
Ooh, yeah.
instead of like critiquing the movie from a technical standpoint or from a story standpoint. They just make jokes about it, and I just don't find that very funny or entertaining.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of tuned out there. The last thing I heard is that some of their videos have two guys or sometimes three. And I was just like,
Only Pav.
Oh, Pavi.
Yeah.
It's okay though. You just said what everyone was thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, but we're trying to be polite about it.
You have to remember we're not all Canadians.
Oh, yes. So, what season is the show on now?
6.
Jesus. Fucking Christ.
We've got 3 Equestria Girls movies with another one coming out soonish.
October.
Next year?
They've already replaced
Oh, yeah.
Brad.
Yep.
Oh, thank the Lord Jesus. They replaced Brad? With
Yeah,
who?
Some
Someone
guy
more interesting?
someone with green hair who actually talks.
Oh, well, not interested. They're not lesbians?
Sorry.
Ah,
Only in
well,
fan fiction.
don't give a shit then. Oh, hang on. I might give a shit. Does Trixie make an appearance in the third movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's even got
Does she
speaking
have?
lines.
She has a speaking line?
Yeah, at least one in the trailers.
I might watch this then. Has she made an appearance in the show again? I doubt it.
She has.
Are you
Yep.
serious?
Yeah,
Dead
she has
fucking
like a whole
serious.
episode with like
Yeah.
it's not even Twilight focused or anything.
Holy fuck! Someone send me a link to that episode. I will actually genuinely watch this. I always said that if they ever did a Trixie episode, I would come back.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. This is the episode with Trixie and Starlight, right?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
Yeah.
is still Trixie
'Cause-
Starlight friendshipping.
Won't Alex kind
Who the
of?
fuck's Starlight?
Yeah.
You're out of the
All
loop
right.
here.
Like, look, Alex. there's-
Okay, break it down for me.
there's someone
Okay,
to-
drunken explanation of what happened in like the 2 or 3 seasons.
No. He only needs to know one thing. Trixie shooting herself at the mouth of a manticore.
Hang on. Back this up a second. What now?
I'll link the episode in the
The
chat.
season opener, they go to this town that's basically based on 1984,
Okay.
and it's run by this dictator chick. They end up beating her, and she runs
Jesus.
away swearing revenge, and then comes back and is like, "Man, being a douchebag sucks. I'm gonna be nice." And Twilight's like, "Great, you can be my student."
What the?
It didn't work like that. Come on. She
Yeah.
destroyed the universe first.
Yeah, that too.
We did Fallout Equestria is canon now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. It is.
Apparently, I've missed quite a few things.
What else? What else can we tell Alex that's happened to just?
We had a
Thank
changeling
you.
episode.
Let's see. Nyx made an appearance as a background poet. No.
Who?
No.
Next. No.
Beats
Oh.
from
Past tense.
yeah.
Past it, yes.
No.
I
Let's
did
see.
think about it for a little bit.
I was trying to be funny.
Like
God
there's
damn it.
there's a horrible baby alicorn.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a baby alicorn.
That's
I always
that's
hated
real,
the
yeah.
babies. I always thought they were
And it is as hate-inducing as you might actually think it is.
It's about as much of
I
a baby.
believe it.
It's about as much of a baby as a baby can be in a cartoon.
Dude, Spike just had a new episode that actually, is
Wasn't
not
crap.
relevant, like in which he's actually not that relevant.
Yeah.
Just like any other Spike episode.
He
Yep.
also has like he has a 3-minute musical number. In
Yes,
that.
Yeah.
he sings, and it is
Has there been
cringeworthy.
really great songs?
What?
Like, has there been any really great
Yes.
songs? Because
Yes,
the last one I remember.
Luna's Future is really good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll have to check that out. The last song I remember liking a lot was
Just look the original up first, and don't look the Nightcore version up first, all right? do me that small favor.
Shit, I already had it typed into YouTube as Nightcore. Fuck.
What?
Just Google autocompletes everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, well, I have shit. I was gonna make a joke about having the Google Alerts, but I couldn't think of it, so obviously I don't have it really set up. I was gonna say I have a Google Alert set up for Trixie Nightcore, but then I couldn't think of the word. So the joke died.
I mean, points for trying.
Yeah, well, sort of. I wonder what I'd get if I Googled Trixie Nightcore.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
wow.
I'm doing research.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to think
Well-
of what other aspects Alex has missed.
There's a song called Nightcore
We had a
Confrontation.
zombie episode.
Ugh, ew, that sounds horrible.
It was.
I'm not
Oh,
surprised.
I'm
It was
canon.
another one of those, hey look, let's teach our friends a message by acting like an asshole.
I like those episodes.
Were you around for episode 100?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Oh.
Wait. I wasn't around for it. I didn't see it, but I think I recall hearing that it involved a bunch of like fandom shit,
Yes.
It was.
Yes.
It was. There was a literal panda in it.
which sounds
And they
like
jumped the shark.
They jumped the
the
shark literally.
fucking That sounds like the worst thing.
It was awesome.
I like it.
I think it would
Thanks,
appeal to
M.A.
your
Larson.
sensibilities, Alex.
Yes.
You know, the only thing that was missing was M.A. Larson's signature or somewhere.
What? Hang
Yes.
on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
Oh no.
I just got a Skype notification.
Oh my god.
Pav,
Huh?
is it your birthday?
Yes.
Happy
Is it?
Happy
Patty.
birthday,
Happy
Pav.
birthday.
Surprise, Pav! Here's your present.
Yay.
Thanks, Alex.
Your present is that I existed.
Aw.
Yeah.
When the heck did
Birthdays
your
sometimes suck.
profile become One Stroke Fart Kazoo?
Oh, that was one of the parting jabs that a particular author who rage quit the fanfic.
yeah.
Oh.
He
Oh yeah, Reality Check ostensibly left.
He extensively left.
Vaguely recall that person.
He claimed he was leaving and then apparently hasn't. I don't know, I don't pay attention to him.
That's pretty funny, though.
But yes, he called me a one-stroke fart kazoo because I'm trying to remember what the context
I was gonna
was.
say,
Was that it? Was that in the blog where you like basically were just like randomly like very calmly saying something that was like not offensive, and he just like
it was basically like going on Fox News and trying to be like, no, what you're saying is not backed up by any facts or evidence, and then Fox News calling me a communist. It was basically like that.
I really enjoy the phrase "one stroke fart kazoo."
And that's why it's my my little description or what is it? Oh, it's my mood. It's my mood.
Yes.
not to mention that it's actually like something kind of funny to imagine.
Yeah, because so for
I was
fart
like Alex
kazoo.
earlier when he goes ass biscuits. There's what? Like I wasn't even looking at the time. I just glanced over and just see ass biscuits, and I was just like, what the fuck?
I don't know why, but that became a thing I would occasionally say.
Ass biscuits.
I just like I like the men. Well,
I want to teach that to my kids.
I don't
so
like
can
the
go to
mental image of a fart kazoo, but
Especially one being stroked.
yes.
Oh, just once. Just once.
But
Yes.
so speaking of kazoos, though, has anybody seen Sausage Party?
No.
So
I have, yes.
There's a lot of kazoos.
Is it as bad as it looks?
apparently it's actually pretty good.
Wow, boy.
What do you
good
mean
might
by
be strong?
What do you mean by bad?
Well, basically, like the animation looks like it sucks in the trailer.
I think
That's to begin with. Then the humor like is like sounds like it's like basically old juvenile jokes that
Yes,
that
true.
I grew when I was 12. And
So really, I never outgrew that shit.
there you go.
So
It does
boy.
seem kind of like if Comedy Central had an original movie from like the late '90s, and this would be it.
I honestly thought that it was like a straight-to-video movie.
And that's okay. So when I first saw it, or I saw the trailer for it, I was like, "What the fuck? Did they make a sequel to Food Fight?"
Yeah, it's kind of like Food Fight, except better. Not necessarily great, but better than Food
Yeah.
Fight.
So
Yeah.
I think legally speaking, Sausage Party is a movie. I think legally speaking, it counts as a movie.
Oh dear.
But so yeah, I mean, it is very juvenile, but there's a lot of like, I don't know, it's sort of the basic premise is kind of interesting. I like that.
And like it did seem like there's actually like a lot going on in terms of like the plot.
I mean, I've heard
like-
that it's like even like argues about religion on some level and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
it
in a
gets into,
very-
like religion and atheism and stuff a little
Yeah, that's in a weird sort of way. That's the whole message of the movie.
bit. And then it also
It's
so it's
very
talking about
weird.
like it's talking about the virtues of religion and atheism, and then it also has an orgy scene.
An extended
And
orgy
like
scene.
multiple murders.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well,
Very-
not just food murder, but people murder,
I didn't
including
say
a
food
severed
murder, I
head
just
falling
said
out of
murder,
an air
period.
duct.
Yeah.
It's boy.
And don't take too much offense to this, but Alex, would you be fair to say that this was basically a movie that you would have written? That it has a lot of random LOL bullshit, but then like this like you said, this heartfelt center, and then more bullshit.
Yes, except that I didn't like. I will say I sort of tried to avoid ever using excessive like cursing or violence just to be funny.
Mm.
Whereas this definitely, that's 90% of the jokes is just motherfucker, holy fucking shit, and lots of fucks.
This movie includes a Israeli bagel and a Pakistani pita bread.
Falafel, I guess.
Falafel, yeah.
And there's also, the Indian firewater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So the Indian
it has all
firewater
of-
is definitely the least stereotypical of all of all the shit in that movie.
But it is basically stereotypes the movie, LOL.
Yeah. Oh, and then
Yeah.
don't forget that the Israeli bagel and the falafel fuck.
Yeah. They do the gay sex.
He does. There's a part where he pulls on the falafel's testicles, and then puts it over his eyes and says falafel waffle.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
this
a
sounds
scene
exactly
that
like
happens
the
in
type
that
of movie
movie.
I will watch once I find it like in the dollar bin.
So yeah, I would
valid.
definitely say that it's worth watching if you see it for free on an airplane or in the bargain bin or on Netflix at some point. Watch it just so that you can experience it and say, yes, I watched that movie. I don't know how I feel about it, but it was definitely a movie.
I mean, I kind of like I got some cheap laughs out of it, and it was kind of like I mean, I'm speaking to people on an MLP podcast here, but like, America doesn't really put a lot of value into animation compared to like Japan's, whole
Sure.
animated division. So the fact that they have like, an R-rated, targeted at adults American animated feature like that, that is kind of, I think, forget which reviewer I was watching. I think it was like Mother's Basement or someone who was talking about like, this is really great, and we have to, we should support this so that people in studios are like, hey, we can make more R-rated animated films, and there's a market for
They'll
this.
actually work out.
Yeah,
that's a fair point.
Yeah, that's a valid idea.
It's a fair point.
I would like more
I know
mature R-rated animated cartoons. This was not mature like at all.
No.
I definitely didn't hate the movie.
No.
I don't think I really liked it though. It was
I watched
It was
Movie Bob's
interesting.
review, and then I went and read the Wikipedia entry and kind of went, that's a thing, all right.
boy, cuz like the whole movie is weird and silly and extremely sexual. Not that I have a problem with that.
No,
I'm
but
not
it's
like-
not like it's mature in the sense that there's cursing and sex. It's not mature in that like it's adult content and such.
Yeah.
There's no like intelligence to it. It's very like
So basically
High
It's
school kids
juvenile.
laughing
That's what it is. It's like it's basically like do it like watch it once when you have time to like waste.
yeah.
Like
So I
like
feel
you
about it
broke everything in your body and it's free on the hospital. Like that kind of.
exactly.
You're
feel about
you're visiting your great grandmother for Christmas. Like
watch Sausage Party.
like what's Sasha's party.
You know what you should watch for Christmas though? Watch Krampus, the most recent one that came out last
oh
Christmas.
god, that looked ridiculous.
Fucking great. It was so good. Holy shit, that movie was shockingly good. It felt like it came straight out of the 80s. Like it was it reminded me so much of Gremlins.
Yeah,
That,
so
like,
much just
I
like real
Fucking
life
loved it so much.
graphics and whatnot.
Yeah, it's all, well, not all, but a lot of practical effects and
Yeah.
puppets, and oh my
I remember
god, it's
watching
so good.
a lot of like behind the scenes stuff where they were talking about and showing off all the stuff they did.
You
It's
know,
just like, oh my
Does the
god,
plot
that's
make
amazing.
sense though? Like because like 80s movies didn't really make much sense.
The plot is coherent in its own world, but no, it doesn't make sense if you think about it.
All right.
But like it's not, it doesn't shoot itself in the foot ever. It's
All
a
right, that's
very
a good
very
thing.
simple plot. Basically, these people, like the kid writes a letter to Santa and then gets pissed off at his family being a bunch of shitty assholes, and he rips up the letter and throws it away, and it summons Krampus for like hating Christmas basically. And
And he starts murdering people.
you think, well, no, not really. They just kind of get taken away. It's not a,
Oh,
it's a
true.
violent movie, but there's never like any direct murders or anything.
They
Well, I mean,
they're
there's the
just gone
chicken gets
forever.
like
That's
eaten by the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, but it's not like, it's not gory or anything. There's no blood.
Yeah, no, it's not like gory stuff, but
No, that it felt, like I said, it felt a lot like Gremlins, where it's dark. Like I can't imagine, if I watched that movie as a kid, I would have been scared to shit because
God,
a
yeah.
lot of scary shit happens in it. Especially Krampus. The way Krampus looks is fucking creepy. He's got like a human skin mask over his face.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
weird. And just he looks awesome. The movie, the sound design in that movie is phenomenal.
Oh,
It's
good.
so good with all the like the wind effects and the snowstorm. Oh, that part is alone worth watching it for. But what I really liked about the movie is that you'd kind of expect like the family to get redeemed at the end to learn the value of Christmas or whatever, but nope, nope. Nope, not at all. The whole family gets taken away. The main kid confronts Krampus and he's like, "Let my family go. You can take me." And Krampus is like, "Sure, whatever." And he picks him up and throws him into a pit. And the kid wakes up on Christmas Day again. He's like, "Oh, thank God, everyone's safe." And he opens up a present and sees the little ball he got from Krampus. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And the camera zooms out and you see they're trapped inside of a snow globe, forced to relive that day for the rest of their lives, and I'm like, fuck yes,
Damn.
that's an awesome ending. Where they got punished for ignoring the Christmas spirit, and they never get to escape it, and it's fucking awesome. I heartily recommend everyone go watch Krampus.
wow.
It should be your go-to Christmas movie.
So you're saying that Christmas is not just about the presents?
I'm saying Christmas is about the Krampus.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're still
Appar-
talking, bro.
Apparently, Kathy Westlock, her birthday was yesterday.
Oh,
My birthday
cool.
is today.
Hey.
I thought we almost had the same birthday for the second there, but no,
Aw.
I'm not important.
Aw. Happy double birthday,
Happy
Pavin.
belated birthday,
Yeah.
Kathy. Because we totally know you're gonna watch this.
Hmm.
God, I love Krampus though. I'm just thinking about all the scenes I liked in that movie.
I know. I'm trying to remember like the last time you were on a podcast you were going about some insane Japanese flick.
That was about House, the 1979 film directed by a guy who'd only done commercials before
Yes.
and made a
The fucking cat picture that like projectile vomits blood.
blood shooting out.
From the chick that
And-
gets eaten by. Oh god! So I was at a
Yes.
con and they did like a live Cards Against Humanity game.
Yep.
Like they got a bunch of celebs and whatnot up, and then they pulled up a bunch of just random people, and then the audience vote on the winning cards. And like they'd gone out and bought a bunch of really terrible movies, including Zombie Toilet and Zombie Condom,
As you do.
which are apparently real movies.
Sure.
I don't know. I found it ridiculous. It was like, oh my god, I need to share this knowledge. It will purify my soul. You can spread the pain.
I went on a crusade a while back of going to every thrift store I could find, and I went to lots. Looking through their VHS section and finding any movie either by Canon Films or by some studio I had never heard of before.
Okay.
Basically just ignored anything from like the 3 or 4 major studios
Yeah.
and just picked random shit movies, and I watched a bunch of them. And
Like what?
fuck, I can't remember. what was that? There was one I was gonna name. There was the one I was gonna talk about specifically because it was really stupid and bad, obviously, but it had an awesome buggy scene where like these, because they're supposed to be mining minerals on Mars on like a prison camp,
Okay.
and it's all about this guy escaping, and it's about this criminal escaping, and like the sheriff or whatever has to stop him.
Yeah.
And the sheriff is this extremely old guy who's in no way exciting or an action hero of any kind. But it does have like the story is like really incoherent and like I have no idea what was going on in it. But
Yeah.
I think the warden was cutting back on security to save on money to be more rich, and it led to escapes. I think.
Okay.
But there's an awesome buggy chase scene where they're like zipping across in the desert and this thing fucking explodes and it's so awesome. I was like, holy shit, that was a really cool effect. Because like they actually blew up a real life buggy and I was like, well, good work, movie. I'm proud of you.
Brilliant. Good
But
job. You had the money to destroy shit. Bravo.
I like now that I've seen so many old movies and like old bad B movies that I've noticed things where you can watch a movie and when you see someone drive up in a really old ass car that looks beat up to shit, you're like, that shit's gonna explode. Fucking wait for it. They paid
Yeah.
$500 for it. It's about to explode. And then a couple scenes later, called it.
Oh,
Alex,
But,
question from
yes.
the audience. Have you ever seen Tetsuo the Iron Man?
I have not.
But it sounds magical.
It sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It was really weird. Let me look it up again, see if I can remind
Okay,
myself.
while you're looking that up, I cannot remember the name of this fucking movie, and it's bothering me now.
Well, like,
But
go
the-
look through your collection or whatever.
They're all boxed up.
Oh, you suck.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, make the effort and just take them out.
Tetsuo the Iron Man was basically a Japanese cyberpunk horror film by cult director Shinya Tsukamoto, and I remember it was featured in like a music video for Portishead.
Okay. Oh, dear.
And it was basically just I remember seeing it. It was this ridiculously surreal thing, where like this businessman like slowly becomes like obsessed with metal, and he starts to like gradually turn into like a walking metal man creature.
Okay.
Like a robot?
Kind of. It's more like just a giant jumble of metal parts just like stuck together.
Okay. So, like some kind of
And-
golem?
Yeah, and apparently he like he there's this other guy, and for some reason they have a fight or something. I don't recall the whole thing, but like they're literally like credited as like the Iron Man and the metal fetishist in the credits.
Wow.
I appreciate that.
What?
I'm spoiling myself on the Wikipedia plot synopsis, and my mind is full of fuck. Like what?
What's the name of the thing again?
Tetsuo the Iron Man.
All right.
Wow,
Let's
this is a
Oh
this is
yeah,
a
it looks
movie.
awesome.
Hang on, I'm looking it up now.
If you've ever heard of like Eraserhead, it's basically like that, but like
Oh,
God.
from
fuck.
Japan.
Oh no.
Oh,
God,
geez.
Eraserhead is. Oh
She's
boy.
dead, girlfriend.
Oh, God. That's such a mess.
I would like to. I've been reading through the plot synopsis, and I'm just going to take one sentence out of one of the paragraphs and just quote it with no context here. The businessman suddenly discovers his penis has mutated into a gargantuan power drill.
Well, that
So,
sounds like
Now
that-
I'm immediately thinking of, like, Videodrome.
That sounds like something out of Japan.
What?
Yeah.
That's Japan.
Yes.
We should have
Uh,
we should have like Japanese horror movie night.
Oh, God.
That'd be great. I want to watch House again. I fucking love that movie.
Did you ever watch Cairo?
No.
Dude, you have to watch Cairo. It's an awesome movie.
There's a lot of movies I have to watch. There's so many movies I need to get around to, but I'll add that one to the list.
My favorite part of House was when he'd make fun of 13.
Ha 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 ha.
Huh, 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 huh.
I think. Oh shit. Okay, I'm pretty sure the movie that I was thinking of was called like Rage or Rampage or something like that. And I can't go get the boxes. They're in my mom's attic, so I can't get to them right now.
Yeah.
Point being, though, there was one specific part of the movie I wanted to talk about where it's set up early in the movie where this old man, who's I guess the hero, even though he's only in the movie for like 25 minutes.
Sure, that's totally qualities for the hero.
Absolutely. He has a flashback in the very beginning of the movie where a guy is walking up to him to kill him with a knife, and he's trying to load up the shotgun. He like cracks it open. He's trying to put the shells in. He's like, oh god! He's fumbling around, and he can't do it. And the guy comes up and he stabs him, and the old man wakes up. And so you immediately think, basic movie making and story writing logic tells you that's going to happen again at the end, and he's going to do it right this time. Because I'm pretty sure he was trying to save some woman's life, and she died because of it.
Yeah.
So you would think this is going to happen again, but he's going to do it right this time.
Yeah, he's
not going to be scared.
He's not going to fuck it up.
Exactly. You would be partially right.
Okay.
It does happen again at the very end of the movie for some reason. Well, they had the set. That's the reason. So they're on Mars, right?
Okay.
But the final fight scene between this old man and the gang takes place in an old west town.
Because why not?
Because they had the set. That's why.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, no, they had the set. They had access to the set, and that's why it takes place there. But it seriously looks like the set from High Noon, if you've ever seen that movie.
Yeah.
Okay. You know the scene where they're having a shootout in the barn?
Okay.
It looks a lot like that at the end. Anywho, so the old man's killed most of the people, and the very last, the gang leader is like coming up with his knife to stab the old man, and there he is loading the shotgun, and you're like, all right, he's gonna do it right this time. And he's trying to load it, and he fucks it up, and he drops the shell. The man stabs him, and I'm like, what the fuck? There was no development at all.
What was the point of the rest of the friggin' movie?
And then I think he like basically survives the stabbing, picks up the shotgun shell, and then kills the guy. And I'm like, what was the point? What was all that for?
See,
It would have been better if he killed him with the shotgun shell.
Yeah, I think you're gonna just take it and just keep on stabbing him with the shell. Yeah.
The movie's so pointless. But I will say, the old man lives out in a shack, like way out in the middle of nowhere, and this guy comes up to visit him occasionally. And when I saw Jurassic World, and the lady goes out to visit Chris Pratt way out in the trailer out in the middle of nowhere, that was the first fucking movie I thought of, was this stupid like Rampage movie. I was like, oh, that reminds me of that.
I remember that.
So speaking of stupid movies that don't go anywhere, Alex, have you seen Moon?
Are you about to tell me that movie is stupid?
That movie is bullshit.
You're bullshit. That movie was great.
That movie, no.
Fantastic.
We had like in my circle of like coworker friends, one of them is like, this movie Moon, it's amazing. I need to show you guys this movie Moon. And we all watched it, and we at the end we turned to, or no, like not even like halfway through the movie, we turned to him and we're just like, this shit is stupid. Can we turn it off? And he's like, no, we need to keep on watching.
Is it just named Moon or Pale Moon?
Moon.
It's just called Moon.
Yeah.
It's a Sam Rockwell movie.
Yeah.
It's a what?
Sam Rockwell.
It is a movie that has a M. Night Shyamalan-esque twist.
Bullshit. No, the twist is way better than that.
It has like 25% through the movie, and you're like, oh wow, that's kind of an interesting twist. And then it just continues for 75% of the film, and it's just like,
And it's awesome.
Is it the Sam Rockwell one?
okay.
At least one of,
I'm clearly a pleb, so Alex, explain what is good about this
Enlighten
movie.
us, please. Share your wisdom.
Well, I don't want to spoil what happens in the movie.
Yeah, it's difficult to talk without. Well, but I mean, it's such an early. It's not like a M. Night Shyamalan movie. You have to watch the entire movie.
No, that's why it's not like that's why
It's okay. Just go and spoil it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so fine. Basically, what happens is Sam Rockwell is on the moon, and he keeps hearing about how. Well, he's like you. I think he like looks at pictures of his family or whatever, and there's a calendar or something like that, and he's counting down until he gets to go back to Earth.
He's on the moon. He's like a
Mining or
mineral
whatever.
harvester. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's up there by himself with these big ass rovers and that kind of shit. And I forget exactly how the twist happens, but I think I forget exactly how it happens, but point being, he eventually sees himself, and he realizes that he's been cloned, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And so him and his clone like start hanging out,
But like super awkwardly. They're just like like eating breakfast together and like not talking, and it's just awkward.
It's basically the Sam Rockwell movie because he's like the only person in it. And it's so fucking weird because like it reminds me a lot of 2001 in like very specific parts of it. And also a movie, another one-word title movie, Love. The movie that was sort of a weird little vanity project by Angels and Airwaves, the band. And what's his face from it? Can't think of his name. Hang on.
Jared Leto.
I remember being linked the soundtrack to Moon, and that was really good.
It is really good. Angels and Airwaves is Tom DeLonge is the guy I was thinking of.
Oh God.
Also, at least one of the people watching agrees with you that Moon is a great movie, Alex. So
Thank you. Thank
that
you,
going.
that one person who's watching.
It reminds me, like, looking at the Wikipedia stuff, it reminds me a little bit of that movie that was, like, with, what's his face? That Scientologist jerk.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah, I forgot his name.
No, it's much better than Oblivion, but it does have the same sort of premise. You know what's a better movie about Tom Cruise and in a roundabout way being cloned? Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of
Yeah,
Tomorrow
that's a good movie. Yeah.
That's a fantastic movie. It was shockingly good.
You know, one of the reasons that Edge of Tomorrow succeeded as a movie is because it
No one
Tom
expected
Cruise die
much
over
from
and over
him.
again.
Yeah, it totally in the universe it shat on Tom Cruise's character, and it was beautiful
Exactly.
for that.
I love that movie because it was so. From the trailer, it had really horrible marketing because the trailers made it look like just terrible action schlock. But it was so great because Tom Cruise's character is like a stupid asshole who doesn't ever want to fight. He's like, whoa, no, I'm just supposed to be looking pretty. I'm not supposed to fight. And they send him to go fight, and he gets there, and he's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And he immediately is murdered. Killed so fucking fast.
And so many times, too.
And so many times.
In so many amazing ways.
Oh boy, I like all the times where like he's doing the training and he like breaks his arm or leg or something, and he's like, no, I'm fine. And Emily Blunt just walks up and fucking shoots him. So great.
One of my favorite ones is when he tries to get away from like when he tries to be like really action hero-ish, and he rolls under the truck and he just gets rolled over like.
Yeah. Oh, like way in the beginning when he's trying to escape.
Yeah, like when he's trying to like figure out ways to find like the girl.
Yeah, and he escapes out of the line, right? The line of people. Yes.
Yeah, and they just watch him, like they don't even flinch. They're just like,
Yep,
he's dead.
They'll turn. What the hell is he thinking? Oh
Yeah.
well.
And then like he tries for like 10 times to save this one guy that's like like that just drops in like he's in a freaking like heavy metal concert and just like "Arrgh!" and then like he gets crushed by a ship.
Yep,
And he like every time he saves him he dies afterward.
yep.
So he just stops doing it.
I really
Like
like
he just
all
ignores
of
him and you just watch the guy like be crushed and die behind him.
Yep. I liked that movie so much. I actually was okay with the weird little romance they had because like it was so minor to the plot that it didn't become annoying, and it also is kind of reasonable because he spends all this fucking time with her, like literally, like
It wasn't just like a random, okay,
Yeah.
here is a girl, you love her.
yeah,
And,
no,
and I
because
like the fact that like at the end, like he doesn't even know what he's going to tell her.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
When
he
they
just
finally,
like Miles.
yeah, when he gets her like into that house, and he's like, "This is the farthest we've ever got,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Oh, yes, we've
Like-
been coming here a lot," and she's like, "Oh, what the fuck." So it kind of makes sense because she's not really in love with him because she doesn't really know him that well, but he's in love with her because he's been with her for like presumably months or years even.
Probably
Yeah.
years, like by the level that he knows everything about her and just about everything that's happening.
I love that movie. It felt like a video game, but not like in a bad sort of, not like a pejorative sort of way.
No,
Yeah.
I was definitely
It-
pleasant. Like I went in there not expecting anything,
Yeah.
and I was really, really like pleasantly surprised. Much more
Yeah.
so than I usually am when I don't expect shit from movies.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot like
Like,
by the end when he's doing all the shit like really well. It reminded me so much of a speed run of a game.
So, what did you guys think of Suicide Squad?
Didn't watch it yet, but it looks stupid.
Haven't seen it yet, have heard very mixed reviews about it.
I kind of liked it, honestly. I don't think it's like a good movie, but I
Yeah.
thought it was amusing. You know,
I
like
heard
I think the hatred on it is like just kind of a little bit irrational. You know, like
sure.
Yeah.
Like so, Avengers, the first Avengers movie. I definitely didn't hate it, but I did not like it at all. I was so bored by the whole movie. But that's
I think
because
my
I
issue
don't.
with them was that like it literally depended on you having actually seen all the other movies.
Well,
Like,
there
which was
that,
not an
but I
issue for
also-
me, but like someone
Sure.
that hasn't though, it's kind of
Yeah.
like all right.
Because I mean, well, the reason I didn't like it is I'm just not really a big fan of superhero movies. I just don't care about them that much.
That's valid.
But alternatively, well, not alternatively, but on the flip side, I really like the Captain America movies. I think he's great.
So you
But I
like
think
Civil
it's
War?
because he's the least. I actually haven't seen Civil War yet.
Oh, for
I've been
fuck's
meaning
sake!
to. I know. I really need to get to
Dude, where didn't you go with us to watch Guardians of the
Guardians of
Galaxy?
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That was
yeah. I was like,
That
you know, you
movie is
tell me you didn't like
amazing.
that.
No, Guardians of the Galaxy. We watched it, I think, twice that weekend.
I watched it 3 times. It was
I would have
like
watched
the
it
last time was because like Captain Chrysalis was like, hey, I have my friends here and we were thinking of going to watch that movie. Have you seen it?
You're like,
No. I haven't. I haven't.
yeah, I
seen it twice
love
already.
Guardians of the
Let's
Galaxy.
go.
Yeah, that movie works really well where Avengers didn't for me because it had so much heart.
Yeah.
Like it was so relentlessly fun.
Whereas Avengers more hinges on your enjoyment of Joss
Specific
Whedon
characters.
dialogue.
Yes. Very much so. I like Joss Whedon.
I
did like
enjoyed
Avengers.
most of the Avengers movies, but you know.
I
Yeah.
did like Avengers.
I don't dislike it. It's not my thing.
Mm.
So that's why I don't really.
Oh,
I
dude,
don't,
you know what I'm hyped about? Like, and like some people like I've seen online like they're like hating on it already, but the musical for The Arrow,
Oh.
like they're going to make a musical episode with Supergirl, I think, on it. So I'm like, dude, I want to watch that stuff. Like, I love the Buffy the Vampire Slayer musical, which is what you reminded me of with
Yes.
Joss Whedon. So like when like just the thought of like The Arrow singing just cracks me up.
That would be awesome.
I mean, cause like the guy that plays the Flash and the girl that plays Supergirl, they were both in Glee,
Oh, that's weird.
so they actually know how to sing. So like
Oh, cool.
it'll be interesting.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, sure, I'd watch it. Why not? But Suicide Squad though.
Yeah.
My understand, I haven't watched it yet. I don't intend to watch it in the theater because it's definitely not something I was never interested in it.
Yeah.
And watching its evolution, especially like if you watch the trailers, all the different trailers, you can really see where it started and where it ended up.
Yeah.
But it reminded me a lot of the Fantastic Four movie recently, in that it started off as a really dark kind of thing and ended up just getting fucked over in editing and reshoots, and then it became just really a big confusing mess of shit because they didn't have it. They like all the footage they had to recut because they were like, oh fuck, it doesn't work with what we're trying to go.
Well, you know,
for
like
now.
the thing that's actually like throwing me off a little bit. I mean, you know, like I like I said, I enjoyed it for what it was.
Sure.
Like it is definitely much better than Batman versus Superman. That was a piece of crap. Nah, I'm sorry. Like that movie was like, it's like we're trying to be the Avengers, but we can't.
You're trying to be the Avengers, but dark.
Yeah, like we
It's
want to be
just
edgy.
shit.
We want to be edgy, but we have Superman. You know, it's
We
like
don't know how to do it.
yeah, exactly.
Did you
But,
see the 2009 Superman?
Yeah, no, but it wasn't edgy. That was depressing.
Yeah, no, that movie is really, really just horribly depressing.
It
Because
is
there's the
bullshit.
part
Like
where- yeah, like Metropolis is just getting fucking leveled, and you're
my
like,
personal
God damn.
theory of why like DC Comics like movies don't work as gritty shit like they want them to work as.
They keep hiring
Because,
Zack
it's
Snyder.
it's because their characters are basically inhuman. Like they're like, for the
Well-
most part, like not like for the most part, they're like ideals. More
Yeah,
than
no, I
you know,
mean
like,
that's definitely an
like
issue.
Superman is an ideal. You know, like freaking
Yes.
you know, like Green Lantern is an ideal. Like the guy was like, you know, like he was the original Digi chosen of courage. You know, like the guy was, you know, like they're all ideals, and you know, like Marvel characters are people with issues that happen to have superpowers.
So
You know, like and Marvel,
Yeah.
like Marvel went a little bit more comical, so DC tried to do the opposite to like differentiate themselves from them, but it
yeah,
just doesn't work when you have like freaking you know Superman.
I think
Yeah,
this
like
is
you
why so
can't-
many people like Batman.
Because he's
a
the
DC
only character of the like he's one of the
Exactly.
very few DC characters that's like not a complete dick one. Like
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
like why do people like you know like Raven for example from the Teen Titans, you know, like it's because she has issues, you know, like she's not like an ideal, you know, like she's not like someone you need to look up
Right.
to. You know, like she needs people to help her, you know, like she's in
Yeah.
freaking
Yeah.
like,
Funny
she's in trouble.
thing, Ben Affleck as Batman was the only good part of.
That's what I
Superman.
heard.
Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne was a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Is that he was surprisingly good.
And then he like because he knew that he made his parts of the movie were a good movie in a you know it was a good nougat center of a shit cookie, and he looked so sad in the interviews because he was like,
Oh my God.
Why am
Well, the
I
thing is, he
love
has a
it.
lot of, like
Interviews.
he has a lot of like you know like I saw a lot of potential in that movie, but I seriously thought that they were just like throwing shit together and trying to be Marvel, and they're not. You know, like they wanted
Yeah.
to like they wanted you know like Marvel did all of those freaking movies. You know, like how many times did freaking Hulk like bombed before they like before they even like got like a real you know like decent movie, and it wasn't that good one. It was just a decent movie.
Yeah, I think the
You know.
Edward Norton one is the one that's like halfway decent.
Yeah, and then it like and then you know
Yeah.
like and they completely dropped that shit. You know, like, cause it was like they planted like the idea for the sequel with the guy with a huge brain. Like I don't remember his actual comic book name, but they dropped that. You know, like because it like what they cared about was like he got established and Samuel L. Jackson could use him.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
Sam Jackson doesn't appear, but you know like the Tony Stark like idea there that planted and started the Avengers whole thing. You know,
Right.
that was enough. Like basically, like they established a character and that was it. You know.
Mm.
And the other movies did well, but you know, like each movie had like wasn't you know like I'm Thor and I have heard of this Captain America, you know, verily I
Right.
shall fight him. You know, it's like no, like he doesn't even know he exists. You know, like each one of them is like they're doing their own thing, and you know like and when they come together, you know like sure it's like a little bit you know over the top, but it's a freaking comic book movie. You know.
Right.
Like
I mean-
and every one of the characters has been established in some sort of way, except
Yes.
possibly Hawkeye.
Right. Well, yeah. Hawkeye just shows up in Avengers, and that's why he was my
but
least
it's
favorite
well, he
character.
was in
Him and
Thor.
Black Widow were boring to me. In
Well,
Avengers.
Hawkeye was in Thor, and Black Widow was in Iron Man 2.
Oh, Hawkeye was in Thor 2, I assume, because
No, in the first one.
Really?
I think it was
What
in
did
Thor
he
1.
do in the
Yeah.
first one?
Yeah.
He was a guy that was like watching over Thor when he was like trying to
Oh, right,
get
yeah.
back the hammer.
Yeah.
And he just like like he's just like watching him with the bow.
Right, I
What
remember
the
that.
fuck? I don't remember that at all.
It's the bit
Well,
where
I will
Thor
be
like
on it.
goes
What?
nuts and punches a bunch of people to try to get the hammer back, and like Coulson tells the archer guy to
Oh.
like, nah, don't shoot him yet. I want to see if he can pick up the hammer.
Ah, yes. Now I
The only thing that Marvel has like really screwed over is like honestly Agents of Shield.
Yes.
In the sense that they screwed them, not that the show was screwed over. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because like it's like they just threw them to the side, and it's not like part of the cinematic, like it's not part of the Marvel universe officially.
Right.
So that kind of sucks for them. But but on the other hand, we have Jessica Jones and Daredevil and Punisher and soon to be what's his face? Damn, there's a whole bunch of them.
I think one of the really big things that DC did wrong over and over again for their characters is they keep hiring Zack Snyder to make the movies. And
Yeah, like the guy has like no fucking like he doesn't
he's the
understand.
worst.
Yeah.
He's the worst. I really liked 300, not because it had a great story, but because it had a really awesome visual style. And that is about all that
Yeah,
he's good at is
it's basically
making.
just like the
But
comic
since
book, but in a
Yeah,
movie.
but exactly. And all Zack Snyder's done since then is have really muddy looking movies.
Well, and the guy is like like he wants like one thing you have to give to Just Whedon, like is like when he felt he fucked up, he stepped out.
Yeah.
Like he was like, you know what, my vision wasn't like this, like I fucked up, I can't do this right now. Like I'm leaving this to someone else. And on the other side, like on the DC side, like the guy is like, nope, everything is like according to my vision or it goes to hell.
Yeah, but your vision is shit. So.
Yeah, your vision is shit because you don't actually get this stuff.
Right, Zack Snyder.
Like you don't even get the characters. Why are you doing this?
If you remember from the first not the first Superman movie, but the 2009 Superman movie, the Zack Snyder one, there is so much Jesus shit in that movie where he's very clearly trying to make Superman be like an inhuman
A
alien
messianic
Jesus.
figure?
Yeah,
Well, and that carried into Batman v Superman as well.
exactly. And
yeah, but
it's
bullshit.
so like unnecessary, because Superman was never a messiah. He was just a good guy
Yeah.
with superpowers, but he wasn't like fucking space Jesus. But Zack Snyder seems to fucking he just loves masturbating all over the Jesus imagery.
Yeah, like
And there-
one.
I actually liked Man of Steel.
He's mad
I
he didn't
where
get to
you're
make
coming
Passion of the Christ too.
I think Man of Steel to me was frustrating because it's so
Bad.
yes, yes, but it's also a very confused movie because it seems to have no idea what it wants to do.
But that is exactly what Batman versus Superman is.
Yes, well, this
Like
is
that
this is why it's
like,
also shit.
I woke up and it's like I had a dream and I just wrote the whole thing and we need to make this a movie.
Do you remember? Do you
Nah,
remember?
Batman v Superman literally made me angry because I'm one of the few who actually liked Man of Steel, and I got irrationally angry watching Batman v Superman
Do you
because I
remember?
was like, it was like they had a beautiful baby and then they like threw the baby into the ocean full of sharks and then they just watched it die.
Well,
Right.
like my issue with Man of Steel was that like he was literally trying to be Batman.
Yes.
Like
They tried to give him a dark
he's
origin
like working at the docks. It's like seriously.
Yep. Oh boy, you know what? In Man of Steel, the very end of the movie, he after he snaps Zod's fucking neck in like the most violent shit. I was like, what the fuck? It's Superman. What the fuck? As he's screaming like, "Ugh!" and he snaps Zod's neck.
You know
That
what?
was
You know what
fucking-
that needed? It needed to have like a blue screen superimposed on the back, like like he's doing that, and you need Keanu Reeves on his knees shooting his gun in the air.
Well, they should have had that scene, but on the moon, like in Superman 4.
Oh man, I'm surprised he hasn't tried to turn back time by flying around the world in the opposite.
They should turn back the time so they never made that movie.
I would not be surprised if they literally did that in another movie.
But
I mean, another thing that annoyed me out of Batman versus Superman was like after Doom's wannabe day kills.
Oh yeah,
Superman,
the Lex Luthor like builds fucking Doomsday with his homebrew chemistry set.
Well, no. Back
no,
up, though,
that didn't
back
help.
up,
That
though.
didn't help with from apparently technology from what's his face. Oh man, I'm forgetting all the names right now.
Anakin? Hayden Christensen?
Brainiac.
No, not Brainiac. Brainiac would have been like a good enemy for Superman at some point, but no. Fucking hell. The guy with the Omega rays. I can't believe
Darkseid.
Darkseid, yeah. Dude,
I
like my
didn't know
brain
he-
is like dying right now.
I didn't know he
Um,
was even in that movie.
No, but he's implied.
Oh.
And basically, it is implied that that's what Lex Luthor was found out, and he basically lost his hair over.
Speaking of, how
that-
have we gone this long bitching about Batman v Superman? We haven't talked about Jesse Eisenberg yet.
I really hate Jesse Eisenberg. He seems like
The
he takes himself-
best
he seems like
Lex
he takes himself
Luthor
way too
scene,
seriously.
the best Lex Luthor scene was the one from that TV show. What's it called? From Jimmy
Cartoon
Kimmel.
one?
No,
Smallville?
Jimmy Kimmel.
What? Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
TV show?
Dude, you haven't seen it?
no.
Smallville?
Dude, oh man, you have to see this.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm going to, I think I need, let's see. Is the chat over here? Ferret, I'm going to, I don't remember how to add on the chat here. Where is this shit? There you go.
Oh, what in the Hangouts chat?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Actually, no. Hold on.
Get
This
to
is
that.
that's
there
the
we
wrong one. Ignore that one. Hold on. Where is it?
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Never mind. Why is this not on YouTube?
Is the thing everyone's talking about what you're talking about, where they had an alternate scene on Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Speaking of going for a really long time, we have a limit of 8 hours to stream, so just letting you guys know.
Okay.
And we've been going for
fucking-
about
I'm
4.
I'm probably gonna go soon because I'm fucking exhausted.
You can be fucking exhausted.
I am.
And then
I'm
there was
exhausted from fucking. Well, not yet.
well, I don't want to brag.
In
but-
in a week or so. Everybody got really quiet all of a
we
sudden.
Well,
Sorry,
awkward-
I actually found it. I just need to find out.
awkward sex jokes.
Yes.
Where's the share? There we go. Start at. There we go. Now you guys can now you guys can actually watch this.
Okay. Well, I'll do that when we're done. But so D, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I've heard that Margot Robbie was the best part of Suicide Squad. Is that true? Because she looked like the most annoying part from the trailers to me.
Well, I don't know about that though. I wouldn't say that. I mean, she has she definitely is more Harley Quinn than Jared Leto is the Joker. And
Yes, apparently he's in the movie for like 5 minutes.
well, the thing is
and
though,
he's
you
been having a meltdown because he claims he recorded hours and hours of footage and
and I believe that because the thing
I
is
believe
when
it, sure.
I was that was something I was going to bring up is I was thinking that it's kind of mean that people are taking it out on him that he was the worst Joker because like the thing, like from what
They
everyone
cut all of
said.
his shit, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't really expect him to be good if he's not in the movie.
Well, that and from what like what the other like actors were saying and like apparently reactions from the set, like everyone was actually really impressed with his acting and like
Yeah,
how
and, like,
Well,
he
yeah,
did all
Jared
kinds
Leto's
of,
always
like-
been good.
He did all kinds of like crazy shit where like he wouldn't like see or talk to the other actors and like sent them really weird like gifts and shit.
yeah. So I mean, I imagine
method
that it's
actor,
like
which
you know
is-
like it was just like all effed up because of the director.
Yep. Well, that in the studio, as far as I'm aware, constantly demanding reshoots and edits to try. So I was gonna say this earlier, but I forgot about it. Well, I'll bring it up right now. If you watch the trailers, the very first trailer for Suicide Squad makes it look like a Dark Avengers, right?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Then Guardians of the Galaxy came out. Fast forward, the Suicide Squad trailer now features 70s music, just like Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're trying very hard to make it look like a sort of fun romp with a bunch of weird characters.
Yeah.
That's not what it was supposed to be. And you can tell because they're trying to ape so hard off the success of Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's pretty evident just from the trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just feels like it doesn't really know what the hell it wants to be.
Yeah, this is why I said it reminded me a lot of Fantastic Four, where it started off as this weird Cronenberg body horror kind of movie and was cut up to be just a shit superhero movie.
You know what like pisses me off about every single Fantastic Four movie? Every single one is that like
That Jessica
who
Alba's
is-
not
who
in
is
all
the-
of them.
Who is the Fantastic Four's like like ultimate enemy?
The
Doctor
Doom.
Doom. Right? Doctor Doom. Like in the comic books,
Executive
he never has like superpowers like that. Like except like one of those like like cosmic cube kind of things. Like but those don't count. Like and every single movie that they make, instead of like making him this like evil genius that can like literally like go toe to toe with like Iron Man or shit like that.
Yeah.
Like they turn him into like run of the mill like superpower like Blunder Boy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's kind of the. I don't know. That's one of the many
but
problems.
that's like that is one of the reasons it's always fucked up. Like like the guy like in the new Fantastic Four like movies. Well, the last one like they just leave him in another plane of existence.
Don't they actually call him Victor Von Doom? Is that his real name in the comics?
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Okay, so that's fair enough, but for a movie, that sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They might as well have called him Dr. Bad Guy.
You mean he wasn't?
Call him-
No,
call
I
him
should
Victor
like if
something
anything, it
or
has to
other.
be Dr. Von Bad.
Yeah.
Dr. Von Puppy Kicker.
Reminds me of one of my favorite jokes from the Red Letter Media prequel review things for the one for the third movie, Revenge of the Sith. He makes a joke about General Grievous. He's like, I guess he's got a grievance with somebody or something like that. And he's like, not mentioned, but also on the ship are Admiral Bad Guy, and like Commodore Bone to Pick. It was funny. Good shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I really love Red Letter Media. They're funny. But anywho, yeah, I don't know, man. I wish that I would like to see a cut of the Fantastic Four movie cut how it was supposed to be. I would really be interested to see what that was supposed to look like.
Without Kanye West in the marketing.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Or I don't know. I've heard that they're gonna make another Fantastic Four movie.
But it's Sony, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, those guys fucked up everything.
Well, yeah, Sony hasn't made a good movie in ever.
It's kind of like, what are you doing instead of making TVs?
I don't know. Sony makes good entertainment products, but not movies. They make horrible
Like,
movies.
it's kind of like, why are you even bothering with this shit?
I think the only thing right now that's profitable for Sony is their PlayStation, and that's almost it. Because I mean, their TVs sell all right, but not as well as like other ones that are cheaper.
I could see it.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, the only thing that's really making money for Sony right now is PlayStation.
And that's when PSN is not getting hacked.
Right.
God.
So speaking of PlayStation, wait, am I the only one here that has a PlayStation 4?
I have one.
Access
I have
to
one.
one?
Is anybody else playing No Man's Sky?
No, I have not yet.
No.
Fair enough. I
The
was
last
curious.
game I played was Akiba Strip.
I
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking hilarious.
It does look pretty funny.
Yes, go and play it. It's really funny.
Well, I want to get it, but not when it's like $30. It's not that funny to me.
Yeah, no, I got it for like 15, I think.
Yeah, I'll get it when it's on sale at some point on Steam for like 35 cents.
Yeah, it's like there's a couple hours, and like I guess you could redo it for like the different endings, but I don't really care because I was far more entertained at punching people until their clothes fall off, and then they burn to death in the sun.
I was just about to say that the whole premise of that
was
game.
like doing something else, like watching that Jimmy Kimmel thing again.
Well, you're a dork.
And but like I just came back when you said like you punch people and like burn their clothes.
Yeah, it's this video game called Akiba Strip.
Okay.
And there's these, like, they basically take otaku and are like, hey guys, we will give you superpowers, and if you go and, like, attack people and steal their happiness, we'll give you the figures you want. So
Wow.
you turn into this, like, half sort of thing. Like, you're half a vampire thing and half otherwise.
Okay.
And you literally run around, and they're, like, vulnerable to sunlight.
Okay.
Yeah, you become like a vampire hunter, but all the vampires are like anime girls, and you have to rip their clothes off so they burn to death in the fucking
They're anime
sun.
boys too. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just
and then
anime
there's
people.
random side quests, like all the chicks at the maid cafe are getting super angry and like raggy and stuff. You have to go beat them up and steal their clothes so they calm the fuck down.
I was just about to say, like, we were talking about how violent the DC movies are, and it's like, oh my god! I remember seeing the premise of this game, and I'm like, oh my god! You're literally just ripping the clothes off of people who are just going around, like,
Yep.
walking down the street, and then you fucking burn them to death in the sun.
It has the same sort of premise that Kill la Kill does, where clothes are evil.
Yeah, basically.
Mm.
And you like pick up all kinds of random weapons, like the heavy weapons are like gumball machines and stuff.
You know
Like,
what I
you
will
can-
say though?
You can like wail on people with a keyboard and like a laptop.
So
or like
I
there's
went to.
for like the punch characters, you can have like a bunch of glow sticks.
Wow.
Fucking great. I've got one of the characters running around with glow sticks and she just beats the living shit out of people. It's hilarious.
That sounds great.
Yes.
Well,
Oh.
considering that, like considering what the Prime Minister of Japan just did in the Olympics, I'm not surprised by anything they do now.
When I was in Japan for a couple weeks a while back, when I went to Akihabara, it's really tiny. It's so much smaller than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
It's like
I was saying,
one
like-
tiny block.
Yeah, like in anime and like in culture and stuff, they're like, "Oh my god, Akihabara is so huge." Like, no, it's really
It's-
small. There's
It's like there's like one block, and
yeah,
it's really tiny.
yeah.
All I did there was I walked up and down the shops, and I was like, "Huh, that's it." And then I went into the arcade and played Blaze Blue. And that was about it.
Yep.
I did see the Gundam Cafe, which is pretty cool though.
Oh, good. I know Sig was talking about he went to the robot cafe.
Didn't you go
yes.
to the
Yeah.
Mandarake?
To what?
Mandarake, what's it called?
Akihabara?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
No,
went there.
no, Mandarake. Like it's in
What?
it's like this huge anime superstore.
No
Like-
idea. Haven't been there.
Dude, like that's like
Oh, like gamers?
no, like
Okay.
You're
Still there?
muted.
Oh, he might have got cut out. Son of a bitch.
Whoops.
Mm. Well, while he fixes his audio, Alex, I do have to ask though. You said that Akabara seemed really small to you. Was that because it was?
I knew it was small already.
Was it just because it was just like one block, or was that because you were a very tall gaijin?
It's because I was a very tall gaijin.
Obviously.
Yep. You know what's fucking annoying about being a foreigner in Japan? Even
Many
though I
things.
spoke Japanese to people when I was
Everybody
buying
wants to talk
shit,
English to you?
they would just speak in English back to me, and I'm like, motherfucker, I'm speaking to you in Japanese. You asshole.
I've heard so many people talk about that where like everyone's like, oh my god, I want to practice my English with you. Yeah, but I want to practice my Japanese with you.
Yep. I went to Baskin Robbins when we were in a mall at one point. They have really tiny ice cream scoops, but I wanted some ice cream.
Yeah.
A
And-
question about the tiny ice cream scoops.
So, Pat, okay, let me just set the stage for you, Pat, all right? So there's the mall, right? Now you're picturing like, a normal red-blooded American mall, right?
Hmm.
Right. Okay. So I walked up to it, and I actually had to get down on my knees and crawl through the door.
Oh my god.
And it was 6 stories high, but still, I had to, it was sort of like Alice in Wonderland when she crawls through the doorknob. So that gives you a sense of the scale of Japan compared to my size.
I mean, that's not too unusual for me because sometimes when I go to the mall to get free ice cream, I too will get down on my knees. So, I can relate.
Yep. 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 Yep.
This mental image of Pav. Long-haired beard. Can I have some ice cream, mister?
I mean, my hair is. I'm growing my hair out a little bit. I don't know if I
Yeah.
can. I don't know if I can get the twin tails going quite with this length. But,
I will help you find out.
okay. Okay.
We should probably think about halting the broadcast at least.
I confess, I was starting to think of like, oh yeah, I have to get up early tomorrow. I should probably go the fuck to bed. But conversation and Alex.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to come back for like another official stream.
Yes.
Okay. I'll do that at some
Excellent.
At
point.
least so that Plum can be here too.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. I don't know how the hell we're gonna. Oh, Jesus. Trying to arrange a time is gonna be weird for me because I'm gonna be 16 hours ahead of where I am now.
Well, I mean, we
it's
had
entirely doable. Like we had Sig on.
we
That's
had
true.
Sigon, we had Risu. We've had people. So I
Yeah, we've
think
had
we.
people in like opposite time zones, and we manage okay.
Yeah, I think as long as like we
Fair
do it
enough.
kind of late, it'd be like your morning and.
Yeah,
it works.
exactly. That seems to work out fine.
Fair enough. So, when I went to Japan and I was in Osaka, I went to Dontonbori, which is like this like big shopping street basically.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
And well, the thing is, they make fun of it in Kill la Kill
Okay.
because the what's his face guy from the Nudist Beach creates those walking robot things.
Yeah.
Nudist
He calls it DTR. And every time he says DTR, they always say Dontonbori. And I never understood that joke. And I was like, now I fucking get it. They keep talking about that. And he's like, no, it's the DTR.
So yeah, like what is the joke on that? Because I didn't get why it was so anal about that.
So so in Japan, they shorten a lot of things, like just random phrases are shortened to very simple things.
Yeah.
And the abbreviation for Dontonbori is DTR. And everyone knows that. So calling his machines DTR is why everyone is immediately like, oh, do you mean the thing in Osaka? And he's like, no, I'm
Not
talking about
that."
this. And so people just kind of do it to piss him off eventually.
Nice.
Yeah. And apparently, like, I guess I kind of knew it, but I didn't really, like, I don't know the stereotypes of Japan all that well. But when they go to Osaka to fight the other schools, there's that one guy who just shoots money at people.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a stereotype in Osaka that people are just really rich and just wave money around. So I didn't know that.
Nice. Like the main Osaka stereotype I know was like the very like fox face, the kitsune face,
When
kind of
when I was there, my
and that they have like very strong accents, are like the two main ones that I can think of off the top of my head.
yeah, well, I mean, strong if you know like a Tokyo or like a Kansai accent,
Yeah.
but I don't. Not really. I mean, it all sounds the same to me. But
Yeah.
I do know that my fiance thought that she really likes the Osaka accent. She thinks it's really cute. And I'm like,
Aww.
I guess it sounds the same to me.
Yeah, it's like,
Although
okay.
I think part of why it sounds the same to me is because her parents have that accent because that's where they're from. Not
Yeah.
Osaka, they're from Kyoto, but
Mhm.
same area. And so I only really hear her speak and her parents, so it all sounds like that. But maybe
Yeah.
after I'm in Tokyo for a while, I'll notice it more.
Yeah, I was
Probably.
gonna say if it becomes a case of like that's the only accent you've heard.
Yeah.
I know. I think I need sleep.
Stream is dying.
Sadly. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, we should probably go ahead and wrap it up. It was fun.
It was.
awesome. You need to come back more often.
I will definitely do that.
Sweet.
Especially since M1 has just informed me that it will be in the morning for me for streams, which
Yeah.
is great. Because it
Streams
means
will be like in the morning. Will be like
yeah,
not super early, but yeah, early morning.
that's
Mhm.
good because my fiance leaves pretty early in the morning for work, so I won't have to bother her.
Perfect.
Because we're gonna be in a very very tiny like 400 square foot apartment.
Oh wow.
Minimalist
You know
living
what?
at its
That was
finest.
that was one of the bigger ones.
Living the
Yep.
dream, sleeping in tubes.
Yeah. Our apartment actually looks really nice. When I get there, I'll take some pictures and post them on a blog or
Yeah,
something.
definitely. I'd be interested to see.
Yeah. I just want to go. I'm gonna be living in an area just north of Tokyo. I just want to walk around and just go check shit out.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Can't wait. Can't wait. I want to go walk around just like in that movie Adrift in Tokyo, which I'm sure no one has seen, but it's fucking great, and you should all go watch it.
I've heard of it, but that's it.
That's all. Everybody who's listening to this right now, that's your homework is to go watch Adrift in Tokyo. It's fantastic.
I've seen that movie. It was the one with the where they were racing the cars on the street.
And the guy died.
So good night, everybody. It's been a fun stream.